Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. I was coming here to help the Muslims see for themselves and decide. And saw some people obstructing me here with their. One was now recently a Shia, and then there's this Shole guy. Give me time and again because I'm not feeling well. Hot, chilling. I can't take this. I'm sorry for those who have suffered or are suffering more than me. Um, I can only speak for myself. I can just speak for you, but like, how you have taken the assaults and all when loved, um, when you've I don't know loved someone, how I got sensitive to this. I can't even take this kind of against on my voice what he said, and he's brought his feelings or whatever out here. And it's Sholay has now the channel has changed the name to Temur team. It's a team. I don't know Temur. He took me, and I was told that he's from Peshawar, and he's a Shia, extreme as well, nonsense, wild, uh, sexual assaulter. How do you put it? Need to be stopped, and please don't put obstacles in the way of people who are doing this, trying to help. I'm just trying to help. Blasphemy and all this, I don't know what this is. I mean, I don't agree to it, and it shouldn't be like this. Like in Surah 33 at 60 and 61, I showed you earlier in my previous live streams. That it shouldn't be like this, that okay, those hypocrites, and for you those who believe, you know how again I have to show you how superficially you take it, or what, ignoring these ayats. So some Muslims are ignoring these ayats. Now this is from Egypt's Dar al Iftah, a Muslim website, right? And this is what it says. Coming back to it, I think I've shown you this earlier on, read out some things from this. Again, because there are people like Temur team, Shia, or what? Temur is a Shia from Peshawar. So they're obstructing, or what is their intention by, doing what they did, saying what they said here against me? Sexual assault, honor. And in this condition, I cannot take such a thing. No one's taken action, not that I know of. No one's informed me, no comment. So, on this again, freedom of speech versus blasphemy, where to draw the line. Some Muslims don't even know. How many of you don't know where to draw the line? Um, so, Darul Ifta Egypt, Facebook.com. Every now and then, the issue of blasphemy. So, it's on this article now. I'll just read out because I can't prepare myself, not even for this. So I've just come here. Please bear with me if you can to talk about this. But I seem to have a block. And in all this, I'm struggling. I've been struggling in blocks in my condition. And when I can't stop my thoughts, and people like, if I have to say, Temur team, right, comes here when I was doing on Shia Islam, helping the Ismailis in good faith or whatever. Well, I believed that I want to help the Shias, and but I can't take it when a Shia comes here and does funny against me. It's then I start because because of my condition. So I say, please cooperate with me. I'm asking for too much from the Muslims. even the Shia, Saklan Heather, demo team. Oh, you're wasting your. Look at how I'm showing you. You're wasting your time on this religion when there are people who don't have to be religious, don't have to have Imam Hussein or the Quran or Prophet Muhammad to follow the example. They have been somehow given good in them, right? I was in London and I was living there. The people who were really good in my childhood also a lady taught us myself and my brother how to cross the road, you know, for our safety. When the woman made caretaker, so we had made Punjabi in Punjabi Pakistani. It's terrible, showing me the finger when I was a child and I ran away from her. She was taking, she was our housemaid, like, very rude, vulgar. So there are vulgar people in Pakistan. I have to say it like this American style. So sometimes the British style that I love, and sometimes the American style. Now, on this topic, with this article, thank you so much, Dar al Eftah Egypt. Okay, let me finish. So there are people, Christians, non-Muslims, who don't need the Quran or anything to tell them to be good, humane. According to them, what is good and doesn't hurt anyone, even though, like I was, sorry. So there's this video on on Canada, Muslims protesting in Canada, pro-Palestinian, Israel's against Israel. They say that Israel is killing the Muslims, right? So there's a very good lady, tell you, if Melanie, on, she's, I think, Jewish. There's also, uh, so Melanie Phillips, How Islamophobia is Used to Shut Down Debate. Melanie Phillips, right? On this channel, John Anderson Media YouTube channel. You can watch her and listen to her. She's got these really great, reasonable, logical points to give and point out where exactly, clearly, clarity, such clarity she's got, such logic, such reasonable, balanced way of thinking um, on the topics. Melanie Phillips, how October 7 revealed what's wrought and why Judaism has. So from Dash TV, the global Jewish channel. Also, you can watch this because I'm not able to speak now properly. And I realize that as time is going by, my health is deteriorating and I have to take time for myself. So whenever I can take time for myself, and moreover, I'm not compelled to do this. And I know I have 1,000 subscribers. So thank you. Sorry, I may not be coming here as often as I used to do on Islam, Quran, ayats. So I think I need to take care of myself, right? Because no one will be good to yourself. no, no one else will. Can't trust anyone, and the issues are there. So take my garbage out. It becomes a very big deal for me. And works, right? So this channel, Canada. Why did I watch this channel? I had come on on YouTube to do another session of online healing. Did this video again for healing, and then I got involved. All these. being so pro-Palestine in Canada. For the life of me, I can't find that video now. Sorry. So there was this man who was telling a Canadian, um, Sharia will come to Canada because you people, what he meant was you people are not. A Canadian reporter stunned as Muslim immigrant says the unthinkable on live. Okay. Other Barak channel on YouTube. Oh, so says the unthinkable on live TV. So many things he said, and some of them I hope to address these issues. So before I come here to the article, uh, copyright infringement intended. This one, right, in Canada, the Muslim man saying to reporter, Canadian reporter, things. So he, first of all, he's saying, "What is your religion like, or what you people are not producing babies, and the Muslims are, and so we will, of course, like you came here and took over the indigenous people land and this and that, and so we will take over, and the Sharia will come because the majority will be Muslims, since you people don't produce babies like we do and have four marriages, right? So four marriages simultaneously, and so you can produce so many, so many. We can produce so many. The Muslims can, right? So this is what he was saying, and another thing, many other things he was saying. Okay, so you're going to produce babies, Muslims, and so you will be in majority very soon in Canada, and you will make the Sharia law come. It will be inevitable in Canada. Mosques and this and that. So this way he was saying, okay, I get that. But still, I feel that's not right, right? And the Canada, Canadians, Christopher Columbus now, when he came to America, they made a mistake. They took over the indigenous people. They regretted it. They did. There was there was slavery in America. They regretted it. Now they've tried to fix that. I hope that never happens. Like Islam also is not a true religion. These religions are all false. So hope that doesn't happen. And even though your Islam says, to produce babies and secular system, or Christianity, not that much, even Jews. So, but it is much better than Islam, Christianity, even, and Judaism. For now, the reform that have taken place, not long term. Christianity is okay, uh, better, much, 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 much better, even in its original form, many years back. Better than Islam. Another thing is that other thing is that a boy, their young man, told the reporter, Canadian reporter, to shut this up, right? And so this Muslim man said, "Well, you've taught them to do this." Taught them. So since the Europeans, the Canadians, Americans, Westerners have given their children this freedom to choose, right? It's your choice. They don't force, they don't use harsh punishments against their children. Maybe you think you have morals and you've taught your children morals. Muslims. So please bear with me. But the thing is, they have taught their children to choose, to decide for themselves, um, bringing them up in this way, right? Not like you Muslims. Freedom to choose and be responsible. So they're not going to forcefully stop them or give them that fear that Allah will be very against. Oh, sorry. You don't say fight to your parents, your elders, and we have say Shias, even the Imam saying how to, be with the elders also, right? Respectful. No other way. Otherwise, we'll be punished. Don't say fight to your parents. And we have Imam Sajjad says, Sahifa Sajjadia, how to act, how to use your hands and this blessings that Allah has given you. All that is there. But don't think that you are, huh, this is all forced. At least it's not that they have taught their children to abuse elderly people or have no respect for anyone or bully or this and that. No, they've given their children the uh, the choice without force, freedom. But that they have been taunted by this Muslim man in Canada, that you taught them, say this, shut up. Literally saying shut up to him. Look at the way it's used. Don't say fight to your parents. Yeah, we heard this, and maybe if I become rude with my father, as my father and I was very close to him, I could be fined here, right? In my father's country. Don't say fight to your parents. The parents can, this is strict. But look at the freedom the West has given, wherever they got this from. Oh, amazing. I say amazing. For your Lord has decreed. And here the child is so scared and doesn't even look into. My father was telling me, like in old times, you put your head down when the father's talking. And even in India, I think this is so. Siddhartha, I feel, went to his father to leave the Brahmins, his caste, Brahman or whatever the caste, Indian, Sanatan caste was. So down, head down, and very scared. Yeah, this is old times. Even in India, I disagree with this, right? You have the choice. So the children are brought up to say, you take the responsibility, right? And not forced or molded in such a manner, strict discipline. I've seen in my life, according to some cases, like you can't discipline yourself, failed discipline. And it's all superficial. Then, thank God, I read Jiddu Krishnamurti, and feeling guilty, and chasing after goodness, meaning chasing after the discipline and being good. So it fails for some people. Doesn't apply universally to all cases, everyone. And your Lord has decreed that you worship not except Him, and to parents good treatment, whether one or both of them reach old age. When they reach old age with you, say not to them off. This is what some Muslims have missed. And they even punish their children like when they're not old age. And respect and say not fight to us. Look what the Quran has said. Some Muslims even take this as Do not repel them, but speak to them a noble word. When they reach old age, it says here. So even if you're using Islam, how many of you have missed this proper interpretation of these ayats? Huh? Oh, my voice. Time again. Sorry, it was very chilling for me uh, in childhood in Pakistan and all the Shia. What they did to me and my mother, we could take it, but resilient, you know. Now we cannot. I can't take this. No one to take action. Now, how you read? How you read the Quran as? You see how here every this is your Muslim. It is Quran ayats are open to interpretations. I was just looking recently at another ayat in Surah Hijr and Surah like something words are not there. Some words proper to clarity is not there, and you come here abusing, uh, not cooperating with. So I have to put something off. Someone who's not well is asking you time and again. See how bad you should feel, and it is a crime. Now, you Muslims, you should be, according to your religion, should be punished. Hope you can hear me. I just went somewhere to put something off and have come back now, settling down. Punishing. What kind of a thing is, you know, sorry, I don't want to say it. What I've been going through, yet. And listen to your own Muslim. Now I found this person who knows how to do ruqyah properly. But how can we trust anyone? What if I'm an ex-Muslim. They make you through witchcraft and jinnat. They can keep you in that death. If they don't kill you, it's extremely painful for years. You have no humanity in you if you come here disregarding what I keep saying every other video, my condition. Please bear with me. Disregarding all that. What kind of you are not even you are a beast, not even an animal. Haywan. No, you are not. You are worse than a haywan, animal, aiming to be Muslims and Shias. Shias. Sorry if someone. Then another reason. Please, then that I don't want to say bad things to your retaliate, but I'm compelled and all this. You don't know what it is, how painful it is. As it is, my condition, and then the religious crisis, and then sharing with you my overwhelming. I have to come here. I have not properly prepared myself. Remember my live streams, what I've said. And even your friends leave you, or you leave them, you push them away because of your condition. My family didn't understand. Like they're thinking that I'm just so get my mind off. Where's that? Look at this person, right? Then look at this video. Watch this video. Where is it? On Rukia and what black magic and the ones who use jinn and witchcraft, what they can do. He came in I think it was foreign, and the foreigner is also perhaps a Muslim, convert or something, convert, convert. convert, sorry, trying to properly pronounce the teen show TV. Sorry, excuse me. I become funny, right? It's not because of me. So we have narcissists, we have covert narcissists, we have the works in this world. And right now, like I told you, that when I find something good, I will share that with you. I found Pradeep Mukherjee. I think we are all puppets. Still thinking about that and contemplating. And why I at times would think, yes, he's right. So that I can't talk about because I haven't bought his book and I don't think I have. I wish I could, but I'm not well and my channel is small. Even then, I think he might come if I invited him. I haven't invited this man, great man. He's got a new. We can look at his site and Asna to pasenge if I get trapped. Anyways, they say looking at someone. So I don't know whether, but I've given it, giving it a month, like he said, give it a month and try this out. God, alakgod.com, his channel, and his name is Pradeep Mukherjee. So I'm so, so where's my life? Back to my, on my other, sorry, device. Okay, now this side of Islam. Every now and then the issue, I have to read this article out. Every now and then the issue of blasphemy rises to the surface and makes headlines due to its infringement upon the right to free speech. It is saddening that some countries which call themselves Islamic have taken it upon themselves to assume moral authority and act as ethical judges by scrutinizing people's freedom of free speech and expression. A case in question being the recent death sentence issued against a Christian Pakistani Asia baby and put to jail also for 9 years. When I was in Pakistan, this happened for allegedly insulting Islam. Understanding the concept of free speech, whether it is a legal right which should be granted and protected by the state, regardless of its moral or immoral content, is an important issue. In addition, the role of the state as a moral guardian acting on God's behalf is another thorny issue which needs necessary revision. Okay, freedom refers, I will be posting this, I think I should, on this live chat, in the live chat comment section, about this article. So, freedom refers to a state of being in which an individual is able to make a choice in thought, behavior, or speech as he or she wishes, to avoid doing so without violating similar freedom on the part of others and within the restraints imposed by society. This freedom is often regulated by laws enshrined in the state's constitution. It is possible to extrapolate three main ideas for this general definition. First, freedom grants the individual the right to do something as well as the freedom to refrain from doing something. The second is that there are limits or restraints on individual freedom as it cannot impinge on other people's freedom, encroach on other people's freedom, as I would say, put it. Third, because it is a choice. The individual is accountable for his or her actions, taking accountability. You see, when I was reading logic, these logicians about in philosophy, also ethics, morals, sorry, Kant's moral ethics, or I've forgotten the topic name, and another one. Oh my God, look out there! So you feel like you feel responsible. If they can do it, you can do it too. Thinking where you're thinking, where the thinking can take them, and how they have thought it over, what is, and come to altruism, or what is good benefit, what human beings are individually, if they can do this or not, or being good, good, what is ethical. All that was very inspiring, and to take responsibility for it. Because if their mind can go there, why can't mine? So, from an Islamic perspective, freedom has two aspects. The first aspect has to do with individual liberty, which is closely related to the position of human beings as members of society in a socio political sense. The second aspect has to do with free will, which identifies the relationship between human beings and God. This aspect is more of a philosophical and theological issue, which does not enter the socio political sphere. These two aspects helping in shaping the Islamic stance on the concept of freedom, which is mainly composed of three elements. The first element is freedom from original sin and all this. And then they've given certain Quran ayahs, right? So, especially on this now. Now Surah, now what is this? Surah 18, ayah 29, they say, through this freedom, choosing to obey God becomes a meaningful process. Okay, so that chapter. And then God emphasized that he seeks the submission of hearts and not of bodies. God says, the truth has come from you, your sustainer. Let him who wills believe in it, and let him who wills reject it. Right? And then we saw that against the Jews and the Christians before we obliterate faces. But look at this side of the Quran, right? Quran has many sides, and they may the ayats contradict themselves. So see how they have taken the Quran ayats. Egypt, Dar al Ifta. So do you consider this? Surah 18, ayah 29 says, let him who wills believe in it, and let him who wills reject it. Here also, like there's no compulsion in religion. You can take Surah Baqarah ayat. And now Allah says here, let him who wills believe in it, and all this. Surah 18, ayah 29. Whereas against the Jews and the Christians, Allah has threatened to obliterate, curse, or turn them on their backs if they don't believe in this, confirming what is in their scriptures, which has now come down to them. Third, so Quran has all these contradictions. But look at how positively now Egypt has taken it. Like I would say, Aga Khan the fourth took it, and his grandfather took it. I don't know about the rest of the imams, Ismaili imams, but I've experienced and I've seen how Aga Khan the fourth has taken it. Islam very positively, and I disagree with it. Third, when God granted human beings the right to choose, this automatically led to bearing the accountability of their choices. So when the secular system, Christian, now even Judaism abroad in the Western world or in Israel or wherever, and they've given this freedom to their children, you're telling them a Canadian, Asian Canadian original origin, has told this reporter, Canadian reporter, oh, you taught them to say shut up. Now, I've experienced in Karachi when I was not well, I went to the beach. This little girl, she came up to me. I don't know her from Adam. And, it was very difficult for me to go out in year 2000, once in a blue moon. I wanted to have a good time when I go out, not a bad experience. But in Karachi, the beggars and all this. You can't have a good experience, anyways. So many beggars. But this girl on the beach, I went to the beach near my house, came up to me and gave me such a bad word, abuse. I was shocked, and she was with her, God knows, family, and none of the elderly people said anything to her. What a, I mean, I didn't even say, like, in my heart, what a rascal. There's, at that time, even though I mean, at that time I wasn't well, and I could have said, in my, before that, so much, I wouldn't abuse my teachers or say anything, even in the mind inside when they scolded me. You see? Excuse me. So now you see from this side of Islam, but I think they've they've forgotten Surah 4 ayat. So now a little bit here. Sorry, I'm reading like the whole article. I don't mean copyrights infringement or anything, and I'm feeling guilty also. Sorry, I'm not prepared. So I'm using this article, and I wish I can't be prepared. So I'm very grateful for this article. And I think now it should be like a crime. The freedom should be there, but you people are using Islam left, right, and center, and whatever ayats you are using to impose, say that blasphemy or hadiths you are using is not. This is all wrong. This is punishable in Islam. Is wrong. Against such people, I think we should criminalize this. This is very serious. Do you realize how serious this is? And lives put in are at stake. How many lives have been at stake? Or how many lives have been taken, harmed, families on this? So please take this seriously. I've just posted the link to this article in the live chat comment section. What? Abraham did it, right? So thank God they can, the Egyptian organization can see this, Islamic. From these three elements who compose the concept of freedom in Islam, we can conclude that if yeah, we can conclude what so the conclusion. From these three elements which compose the concept of freedom in Islam, we can conclude that if humans are entitled to choose to embrace or not embrace a certain religion, then this freedom goes hand in hand with the freedom to express doubt or support. Right? Upholding, so how this is Surah 33 at 60 and 61 is that those who are hypocrites and those who are those hypocrites and those in whose hearts is a disease, actually the hypocrites who claimed to be Muslims at that time, the inception of Islam early, they were hurting Islam, God, at that time, and it was necessary to go and kill them wherever you find them, massacre. God knows how they see that ayat. So you see, it's different ways. Even Muslims have different ways of seeing the ayats and giving the ayats. So they're giving these positive ayats, upholding religion from Quran. Upholding religion requires a commitment to critically examine and affirm its authority to ultimately judge its veracity or falsity. Yes, you can't blindly follow. Otherwise, what would you what would be your thing? If you blindly following, then it's you have given up that responsibility, duty to critically examine. And after having critically examined your religion and have proof now beyond doubt, then you can take responsibility and say, I'm a Muslim on that also. And then you can try to be a good Muslim, but first and foremost, then what is you? It's not like you've just blindly followed something. How can you take credit for it then? Right? You can't take credit for it. Therefore, no authority on earth can punish individuals for expressing their ideas, regardless of whether they are true or false. Stand up. Standing ovation, or just stand up. The Quran proves, not that I agree to it, that expressing religious criticism and arguments, not all ayats, is a valid and approved approach. I would say not all ayats. But they say this. This is exactly what Prophet Abraham did when he found his people worshipping idols. His father was angered by his son's explicit criticism of his religion. Huh. So when how come the Quran Allah has allowed Abraham to criticize the idols and all this, not only himself criticizing and saying bad things, bad, huh? But giving this right to Abraham to do this? And you say, Muslims say, we don't have anyone who criticizes Islam doesn't have the right to criticize Islam. Don't say anything to a prophet. Don't say anything to Islam. It's blasphemy, death penalty, this, that. And you don't see this part the way they have seen it of the Quran. You see, this is the big tragedy. So you can read this article. I will surely stone you. So avoid me for a long time. Surah 19, Surah Maryam at 46. Oh, now I've proven. Now you see more. So I'm also helping you step by step to get out of this thing. Idol worshipping. I've even proven a little bit on this that recitation is important and Allah was supposed to recite it. Maybe their idol, Allah inspired the idol. He works with angels and then all this, right? So without angels, what is he? Without even decreeing, decreeing mercy upon himself, or writing mercy upon himself, or inscribing, and do not inscribe a son to Allah. Surah Maryam ayat, I thought it was like do not ascribe, sorry. So himself ascribing, or even we can take that word, it's not clear. Okay, I will look into that matter again. But what I'm trying to say is that without decreeing mercy on his soul, what is Allah? He can't even forgive those who have ignorantly committed sins, crimes, or things, wronged another or wronged themselves. That's Surah ayat, right? No, he could. So recitation is important. Um, Maybe Allah reciting and inspiring the idols. So coming back to this, the Quran, and I worked it out. At least now we can say idols can speak proof from the Quran. And how would you translate this ayat, Surah 3 ayat 7? Like Shias do or like Sunnis do? It's very, like, this is very clear, right, to all of you, that the Shias say Allah and those rooted in religion say, know about these ambiguous ayats, have knowledge. They can go for these ambiguous ayats and explain it deeply, like maybe the Ismaili Shias or Shia 12 verse, the Imams, Many other examples are there, but I don't remember all the examples I've shown you. This ayat is open to interpretation. You only come here to blame us that we have misinterpreted. You don't even see the Sunnis uh, or the Shias who have misinterpreted ayats and all this. And or it could have both interpretation here. Depends on where you put the comma. Although none knows their true meaning except Allah, and not on the contrary. Maududi has put. The Quran ayat didn't say on the contrary, except Shias take it, except Allah and those firmly rooted in religion say, rooted in religion. Full stop. And they say we believe in it. It is all from our Lord alone. Maududi's translation. Sorry, I'm having difficulty reading this, as you can see. And then what is Surah 3 at 16? These are the ones who pray, our Lord, we do indeed believe, so forgive us our sins and keep us safe from chastisement of fire. Done. Dunuban. Oh, keep us safe. Adaba. Adaba. So dunub actually brings adab, and this I explained. And then the believers' dunubs are forgiven in other ayats. So there's a lot of contradiction. And you think you have worked it out. No, you haven't. Can you see that you haven't? Because even now, Egypt, the Sunni majority country, isn't it Sunni majority, not Shia? See how they see that. The ayats they have given from the Quran in this article, expressing personal opinions and intellectual convictions, is granted not only with regards to religion, but in all fields, including politics, which oh, my Lord is God, while He has brought you clear proofs from your Lord. And if he should be lying, then upon him is his lie. But if he should be truthful, there will strike you some of what he promises you. Indeed, God does not guide one who is a transgressor and a liar. Surah 40, ayat 28. Some of you look at this like, oh, no, no, don't give our children freedom. We have to impose this because they will then get the wrath of Allah. Allah has promised to strike you. So they're overly, this ayat makes the parents overly protective, or, if you have a loved one, you want to be strict about this. Don't leave Islam. So it depends on how the person takes this ayat also. See how positively they've taken it. And I could show you how positively His Highness Ah Khan the Fourth has taken it, Islam. But, some Muslims, one came here giving me the fear again that दोजख में जाना है, शिया सकलैन हैदर, छोड़ो तुम सबको दोजख में, तुम मुसलमानों को, like, or they want to say that you, if you want to go to दोजख जाओ, जहन्नम में जाओ, don't influence our children, or maybe they could be wanting to say this also, not that they care about us. The way he went on, the Saklan Haider Shia, you can you I wish you had seen if you were there, or you've seen. No, disregarding, no humanity, inhumane way, cruel way, not regarding my condition. I threw up, soft killing. They won't mind unliving us, right? In a slow but sure way here. In any way they could. I've already said this. So isn't it how you take it? And if you're overprotective or a dominating person, or just controlling your children, you can take this ayat and be very strict with your children, saying that in the name of that we care, we are protective, but actually being dominating as parents, controlling the children. Marry the one I want you to marry. Although I have maybe even Muslims Some of them were not punished, eloped, ran away abroad, and then came back to Karachi. I know such cases. Against Shia belief and very strict with their children, with their daughters, using Islam like this. And God knows, I mean, expressing, God knows best. What, I, what kind of a religion is this? That doesn't make sure that parents don't do this. Control freaks don't misuse this ayat or that ayat, or men don't misuse that ayat where women are supposed to be soft in speech. Expressing personal opinions and intellectual convictions is granted not only with regards to religion, but in all fields, including politics. Example from the Quran. An example of this can be in Moses, as they've given, against Pharaoh of Egypt, who was a radical tyrant and an oppressive ruler, regardless of the fact that Moses was raised and sheltered by the Pharaoh. But if a Muslim is doing a Pharaoh thing, then we can say against them, against. So not like in authority, you're not supposed to, like some Sunni Islamic countries. Egypt is coming now. I hope they realize, according to this article. Oh, you see, some Muslim countries have said, no matter what, just don't say anything against the authority amongst you who pray, namaz, fast, and all this. Maybe tyrants. Maybe you've seen they're doing something against, like, politically wrong, or you know, like something they have, like Pharaoh has. So maybe, see, Egypt, the ayats here, this organization. Now, so allowed Moses is and Pharaoh. Look how they take the ayats. Your own Muslims. It's not an ex-Muslim organization or movement. We don't have a organization. Moses said, I did it then while I was of those astray. So I fled from you. Now they're taking Moses and Pharaoh, a disbeliever tyrant. You see, but how, so how would they see Pharaoh? Even if he was a believer doing this, do you think you would take him as your authority, your ruler? No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Leaders, imams, caliphs, Allah tells Abraham, no, no, my covenant does not reach the Zalimin or Zaliman. Meaning, Allah will not make leaders, but yes, imams. So this is what I've been showing the Shias. We were brought up to believe in Shia Islam that Allah does not make what Allah making leaders that invite to the fire. Please. Allah hates zulm. So no Muslim leader should have an ounce of zulm in him. So we are supposed to give bayt to only the one who doesn't have an ounce of zulm, Imam Mahdi, which is in our time now, and he's in occultation. Not the way the Sunnis say. We can't criticize, you can't criticize Sunni rulers because they will give you that, God knows how they see how they see their Islam. And thank God for this article. Egypt, Dar al Iftah is saying, no, 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 this is wrong. Giving you Quran ayats and how they have taken it. Thank God for this so much. Whoever is responsible, I mean, they are responsible. Thank you, thank you. What am I saying? Thank God for this. darulifta.org. Thank you so much. Really grateful to you. See how they And I will criticize this also, like they've taken the positive side and how they have been translating the Quran ayats, giving it from Quran, not from Hadith right now. Then Surah 26 at 18 to 22. And then my Lord granted me wisdom and prophethood and appointed me. This is what Moses is saying to Pharaoh. The verse demonstrates Moses was not deterred from speaking freely and challenging the tyrannical authority of Pharaoh. Although he was given authority, he thought by Allah. The expression of views and opinions is a divinely granted gift. Yes, look at this also. If this was not given, then Allah would have not chosen Moses. Allah would have found himself to go there himself, found a way. Like he spoke to Moses, he could have gone to Pharaoh and said, Pharaoh, stop doing this. So he used man against man by talking to Moses and allowing him to go to Pharaoh with Aaron, his brother, Moses' brother. Think about this. So, how you take the Quran ayahs, how are you thinking? And how you take your Islam depends on you. It's open to interpretation. You see how they've taken it. Thus, free speech is a natural extent. Just Quran ayahs they've given. Thus, free speech is a natural extension of human freedom, dignity, and moral autonomy. However, the moral or immoral content of speech is not an issue that can be regulated by human authority. Free speech is a means through which various ideas compete against each other in the public sphere without judgment of their moral value or content. Okay? An even higher objective of comparing and contrasting ideas is ascertaining the truth through free speech to leave for individuals an intellectual sphere determined for themselves without governmental interference or moral beliefs. So now that man should feel really iffy. Another thing, really, I was like, why is he? एक तो ये लोग बेचारे ये कैनेडियंस तुम लोगों को फ्रीडम देते हैं और देखें ये एक प्रोग्राम ऐसे बच्चों को जैसे कि look freedom of speech value क्या है उसकी और हम तुम लोगों को फ्रीडम दे रहे हैं कल आप tomorrow you can sorry I'm speaking in Urdu English so how the upbringing they first give the value of freedom of speech to their children and say you have the choice we are not responsible like my therapist said once right you are not responsible for what your father said or what your mother did or said. Are you responsible? Why are you feeling guilty? Oh my, oh, I feel so embarrassed. Oh, my father said this. Oh, I feel so embarrassed. No, but you can then go to your parents and it's the way you talk to them. And, daddy, why did you say very embarrassed? But I'm not responsible. But if my father told someone something which was not in good taste, right? Doesn't mean that this person is going to hate me and kind of family, the whole family is like this. No, because the father said something shouldn't have said. So, all this we need to teach, show, and all this, right? So that you don't hold the whole family responsible. But we can at least sit with my father and say, Daddy, I don't think you should have said this. Correcting each other. Sometimes parents also can be quite mean. The only restriction to free speech is that it must not directly endanger public safety. What are you people doing, Muslims? Taking lives and harming and threatening and fear. You've come from a fear based religion. It's what you are doing, what you have learned to do, like God. Oh, you see how the Westerners they bring up their children, make them like therapists. But she wasn't a Westerner. She was also Shia half. Sorry, Shia, not half. Half German, half Pakistan. Uh, from the mother side and father. The freedom of expression is referred to in the Quran primarily in the context of moral injunctions, such that good speech is preferred over evil one, and the punishment of evil speech is left solely to God. That's what they say. But then there are hadiths. No, no, not only hadiths. I tell you, what is this then? You see, they have not seen Surah and examined this closely and superficially taking, sorry, I have to say this, or on one side, like their thought, where is the thought pattern going? The 30, Surah 33, ayat 60. What is this? The way, how would you interpret this then? If the hypocrites and those in whose hearts is disease and those who spread rumors in Al Madinah do not cease, we will surely incite you against them. Allah is saying we will incite you against them. Why? To show you that they're just hypocrites. They're not those Confederates, maybe just hypocrites. And then I'll have to take you to Surah Fatah. Those hypocrites, what happened to them? What were they told? They will face such an army, either they submit or they will be fought against, right? Hypocrites, group of hypocrites, different. Group of those in whose hearts is a disease, and I try to find the ayats, important ayats on this. How does the heart become diseased? Does the heart become diseased when they leave? No. So when what's the effect of? I should put it this way. Let me put it properly. So maybe I found an ayat and I didn't share it here. I'm not sure if I did or not. I don't remember. Those in whose hearts is disease. Find out the ayats, Quran ayats. And do they, apostates come in this? So that would mean, and you can't talk against, you can't even have doubts. And seeing Shia 12 doubt is the greatest evil. You see, this way to examine the Quran ayats, this poor organization of Egypt, Islamic has not done, which I have done. Sorry, I don't mean to boast about myself. It's, so what they have missed, then it would be those who have left their religion or have a because they have started to have a disease in their hearts. And those who spread rumors in Al Madinah, rumors. Now, they could be saying that he's not a true prophet sincerely, according to the proof they have there and then. We will surely incite you against them. What happens? Here, this doesn't. This ayat shows there's no freedom of speech. right? Just goes to the thing that they are spreading rumors against. They're spreading rumors against Islam, against Allah, the God of Islam, against religion, against maybe, anything on Islam, the Prophet, and so cursed wherever they are found, seized, and massacred completely. What about this? And what they have disregarded also is this ayat does before oh my God. So in Medina, you can see, right? Freedom of speech is not there for them. Yathrib. And, and for the Ali Kitab, before we obliterate faces. And this belief, Allah has put this faces. Now, such a Quran you have been following and wasting your time and fear based and so much punishments. So please don't give it to others on the fears you have been given, you believe in, but and this is not truth. How can this be true when there's so many contradictions that the ayat says, do your research, right, on the Quran meaning, in gist of that. If you find much contradiction, then it is from other than Allah. And I found other than Allah from this, other than Allah. English also going haywire, sorry, excuse me. My English. Oh, you who were given the scripture, believe in what we have sent down, confirming that which is with you, before we obliterate faces. Now, Egypt, so that article, they could have given Surah 2, 62 also. Jews, Magians, Magi, Sabians, the other surah. Magians also are mentioned, I think. Magians or what? No, only Sabians with the, not, sorry, with the Jews and the Christians. Two ayats are there. I'm wondering if, anyways, you have no fear. What is the ayat? They have no fear. But they got the ayat wrong, some of them. Now this has come, and Allah is saying, confirming that which is with you. No freedom of religion, even. Before we obliterate faces. And this is the worst thing. Now, with Jews and Christians, faces were obliterated at that time. Allah didn't obliterate faces. Toward their backs, turn them towards their backs, of course. This is also bad, but it's like before we obliterate faces. And you're saying there's no compulsion in religion? You have been saying this. Some of you have been giving us the positive side of Islam, the positive side of Quran ayats, and the Quran ayats that are like allowing this. So, in the end, in brief, the Islamic perspective necessitates the broadest possible protection for freedom of speech as a legal right without placing moral restrictions on the content of speech. So this is what the West has given you, and so most of you Muslims, what is it that you don't realize? This. Hmm? Come to threaten us, scare us. Even your own Ifta Egyptian organization is saying, would say, what is this, you people? So I'm saying, please, oh no, Egypt, you're like His Highness Al Khan was taking it positively. No, there are contradictions. Quran ayat. And so, what is the failure here? Taking those Quran ayats were freedom of speech. And so, the words that has given you and is consistent, like Jiddu Krishnamurti is consistent. He tells them also, those masterpieces, what is the urgency? Look at what are we? What is all this? So he's consistent in that. But the Quran is not consistent. And the West has been at least, changing. And this man's, where's he? Canadian reporter, this man, so this other pro Palestinian comes, younger than this man, and tells the reporter, Canadian reporter, to shut up. And so the Canadian reporter tells him, this Muslim adult man, what rudeness is this, right? How rude. You can be rude. He tells him, Muslim pro Palestinian, that you have taught them this. Right? You have taught them this. What? And I wanted to talk about this, but I don't think in this condition, it's worse, getting worse. And I have to do my work myself. Can't trust, don't like, also don't feel comfortable. So until I end up in the hospital soon. It seems like I'm going to be completely incapacitated. And I was telling myself a few days ago, I think you should go to the hospital and tell them your engine is. What, uh, what shall I do? Go to the hospital. Tell them. But then I said, no, no. Why should I tell them that? When the time comes, when I'm totally in coma, or then they can break the door and come in and take me. Or when they find my dead body. Unable to eat, unable to get up when I'm hungry at times. So, okay, this time I managed to make food for myself. It was very painful, but I managed. Okay, so I don't know. Thank you, subscribers 1000. My end is not, I could go soon, and or in coma or just incapacitated. And this was great. Demo team कसर नहीं रखा कि मुझे और भी बहुत जल्दी, right? मेरी आवाज़ पे, I don't know how to, sorry. तो बस ना, this could get me down more. Wow, कैसे लोग हैं, right? अच्छा, अभी उसने शोले ने तैमूर चेंज कर लिया, टीम है, टीम, गैंग। और क्यों यूएई, क्यों कोई एक्शन? कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है, सॉरी यूएई, कोई एक्शन नहीं लेगा, इंडिया पे नहीं लेगा। But UAE has, so thank God I found this article. Where is it? This one on UAE zero tolerance on the honor of women. So I hope UAE sees that I've been trying to help. Here it is. So I had to do my own research in this terrible uh, condition. Strict penalties safeguard residents against assault and harassment by Pavitra Shetty. The UAE has established stringent laws to uphold personal safety and dignity. Federal Decree Law number 31 of 2021 serving as the cornerstone. And I'm reading this. I don't have the heart to call the police or say, and I could simply report this to YouTube. Yes, I want to, and perhaps they'll say, just report it to YouTube, defining harassment and indecent assault. So physically, if this happens here, involves unwelcome verbal, even not only physical actions that infringe on a person's dignity, honor. Indecent assault refers to acts intended to violate modesty, whether through physical contact, gesture, even, or remarks. So, who can I trouble? Authorities concerned. In my country, father's country. Musafir ho mein yaar ho, na ghar hai na ठिकाना. I mean, this I used to sing in Karachi also now and say, na ghar hai, ghar to tha, but I feel homeless. Huh. Na ठिकाना, na country hai, universal human being I am. But thanks to my father's country for helping me, at least financially, because my father is, and so that's my condition. I can't work. When will UAE get up and for social media also? Ghar ghar jana on these kind of things. Even if it's happening to a Emirati online. तो ये नहीं है कि यूट्यूब को रिपोर्ट करें हम. ये लोग पता है चेंज कर करके आते हैं अपना चैनल डिफरेंट वो बनाते हैं आईडी with different email, Google. अब बहुत हो चुका. So, like, I don't mean to make UAE feel bad or something that you're not doing anything. No support. For me, एक पाकिस्तानी भी आके ऐसे धमकियां दे सकता है. और अभी एक शिया तैमूर टीम है शिया. वो तो पेशावर से है मुझे कहा गया था. तैमूर. The defendant engaged the girl in unwelcome conversation, made derogatory comments about her appearance, and touched her inappropriately. The frightened victim reported the incident to her mother, leading to immediate police intervention. Dubai's Al Suq Al Kabir. Now you see here, okay, so at times I can't even. I'm scared to even thank. Ouch! Not. I have this like a shot, like a bullet is inside my right side, where below the neck or on the shoulder now. And the whole head is like sideways. तो ऐसा आप करते हैं हाँ, गिरती हुई दीवार को एक धक्का और दो. Like in the Mendy's long time ago, I learned this from the bride's side. कि दीवार गिर रही है उसको और एक धक्का दे दो. During the trial, the defendant denied Malaysia. Okay. But however, the court found his behavior to be indecent assault under federal law, Decree Law number 31 of 2021. He was sentenced to 3 months in prison, followed by deportation, reflecting the UAE's strict stance. This very much, I have zero tolerance. Like, agar a woman weak, if Man is supposed to understand and have patience because he's stronger. Agar woman abuses you, a man, I told my father, uh, his other wife was abusing me like anything, but when he raised his hand, first time I've seen my father raise his hand, I was like, "No, daddy." I stopped him. When I said, "No, daddy," he stopped because I didn't want to see my father hitting a woman. और क्या गालियां मुझे दिया है और ऊपर पॉट्स फेंके हैं balcony से, and I'm in my car. And then when my father, I thought my father's coming out, I that's why I came out of the car, right? मैंने तो कुछ भी नहीं कहा. 1989 था क्या था year. See, I have zero tolerance for against women, men abusing or saying anything against the honor. Now, I have zero tolerance. बचपन में तो ले लिया. Ensuring safety and justice. लेकिन बचपन में भी एक दूसरी लड़की हाश okay so Hashmi volunteer Shia. I was during my Muharram days. But so I'm very protective about women and girls and all this, right? And I see that here. I agree with this. I think he should have been given more, but of course, 3 months and deportation, very good. Wali wali. So deportation, right? Sorry, I'm not talking properly. Ensuring safety and justice. The UAE continues to enhance its legal measure to safeguard residents and visitors. और तो और मैंने सुना है कि मैं शायद मैं अपने फादर अगर ये स्टॉप नहीं हुआ. So you know the city Emirates I'm from, also UAE, and I consider him my father. और पहले मुझे ऐसा था कि अगर मेरे फादर का एक दोस्त भी है, बहुत अच्छा है मराठी में. हम लोग यूज़ लाइक मेरा ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर नहीं यूज़ फ्रेंड्स नहीं रखते थे हम लोग शेखों के साथ. वास्ते वास्ते नहीं लेते थे, लेकिन मेरे फादर को एक कराची में ना अच्छा इमारती मिला है. और इमारा और अरब्स का सुना है कि एक दफ़ा बैन बनाते हैं ना सिस्टर, तो बहुत हेल्पफुल, ऐसे बहुत हेल्पफुल हैं मनी वाइज, ऐसे बहुत हेल्पफुल हैं और ह्यूमैनिटेरियन. देखिए मैं आई वाज फीलिंग सो गिल्टी, आई टू delete, just delete. I can't see this, I can't see this, I can't see the earthquake, and I can't donate even feeling guilty. So my mind said, go to the Khalij Times or National News, UAE, Abu Dhabi. What I saw was UAE is helping humanitarian. Myanmar में जो earthquake, and I was a little bit guilt, like, oh no, I could have donated, but I can't write through this. I don't want to use. I want to use a different credit. Like like someone told me that they put like 500 dirhams and bank account for online different, but you see, I can't use my card or anything. I have issues, so I can't donate like this. I can only donate through Google or like I can't even buy this book. Right, Allah, God, Allah. And that's another story now. So I've been so shocked. Another shock has come. Now what to do? So I don't know what I'm doing. Whether we are puppets according to what has come through another Indian man, and you'd see that his side. And so I was saying, talking recently on things, and on this also, that no, we don't know everything, even pure awareness. Through pure awareness, that certain things that still unsure about, right? How the creation, how God, what is this a manifestation? Is this a creation? We weren't there witnessing it. So maybe his side could be right. Pradeep Mukherjee's, right? So I haven't bought his book, so I feel guilty going to his. Look. So consider his side also. I have been, due to the reasons, like one thing that I don't know, creation, and being told I'm Radharani by force. Devi, their aunt is Devi, my mother's side, aunt, father's sister, late. Uh, all kinds of deceptions carefully orchestrated to deceive the humans. The book reveals how the human is a product of both. I have to consider this side, right? And I want to share with you it. So I'm not prepared, but like for example, not knowing and all this deception, like in a good way also, good way. I don't even know what I'm doing, but this, I don't think I'm doing this, but I surely would love to have. If this is the truth, then I wish I was among the 300. But my condition, oh, I wish I could help Pradeep Mukherjee. But we are puppets. Even my wishing one day I change. I don't know. So some people, this king who we are food of, he's made good and what, like this thing of not being an obstacle. From my mother used to, uh, there was this person in our family who would want their children to succeed, and I saw my mother that she would be happy for even other children, others children succeeding. She would teach persons children, you know and be happy. So they're all puppets. Like even the good that we're doing, don't think it's us, right? And of course, religion also says that it's God, but it's beyond that religion. And no good comes from us. We are all puppets. Then who to have what credit? All good. So Allah has to bless me with the good for me to do good. So this also, I've been thinking about in my when I was in my religion, who takes the credit and who is fighting? And yet Allah says all good comes from Allah in the Quran ayat. Then if I don't get that good or that mercy from Allah, being a believer here, then how can I do good? How can I fight to do good for my religion? And also meaning fight against my bad enough soul that is prone to evil. How can I receive the credit also for then fighting and all this? When grace comes from Allah, so you try, fight. When you're not here, I felt disconnected with God. I wanted to be connected to do good, right? And that I get good from it, so that I'm able to do good and the strength to fight against my own soul. Forget that outside, as long as I get myself fixed here, like through God's help and grace and goodness and fight. But then, if God helps me, then what credit? Maybe like a little bit, He's given us free will or what? So I got all confused in this. Wasn't making sense to me. I think now, and going to, thank God I had the opportunity online, this due to technological advancement, that I could reach India without, and so much on social media and gurus and this and that, and find out that gone case. Every one of us is gone case. Gurus are gone case. They're working for the king. If king wants them to be guru, even Buddha is gone case. You know what I mean? Sorry to put it this way. And what, so here I'm stuck on this, but I'm going on because Chinmay, Abby said, well, if you want to do it, he just said it's like a time pass. So he, this king, okay, so I'm going to cut myself. But so I'm, I had this thing of and helping people, but not my, it's not, I shouldn't take the credit, not at all. But he makes mind. Uh, although I tell myself. So yeah, I would like really to think that we are puppets. I've seen how I've been chasing after goodness. There's no will, free will. But this is a good explanation overall about things now. And now I tilt towards this message. Spirituality failing, I didn't get enlightenment or the but he has me, king or whoever this devil is. I feel guilty. I tried so hard. And I want to help people. And I don't know how many of Muslims are going to listen to this if it's not in. So taking Pradeep Mukherjee, uh, but at least we try. Okay, so we're trying. Maybe one day even a Shia can come up and okay. So let's see. But don't give up trying, they say, right? So I've been made a puppet to do this. And think I want to help the people, but it's not me. Okay, it's quite difficult to explain. Actually, I'm a puppet, and from God, if good doesn't come, see. So, anyways, Muslims, we so Chinmay asked Pradeep ji, because we want to help people progress business, this that, earn more, help them. So this is what. But I shouldn't think that it is my thing. Just time pass. So we can time pass in like what we believed in, love. But even love, he makes you love, made it seem great. It's not. Love cannot save you. But here, what can save us? Like if the mosquito is coming, and we have now we've made that medicine, that thing for mosquito repellent, right? So at least we can use that material realm to save ourselves. No. There will be bad people and there will be bad Shias. So I wanted to bring it in the best way, but God didn't give me that. Like here also, I feel, oh my God, Pradeep ji has shocking message from God. The way he answered this young man podcast with Shashank. And of course, the Hindi I don't understand. I was struggling, but the way he took it, Amazing, Mr. Pradeep ji. And that amazing way, I don't have the patience, the way to bring it to you. And of course, I hope it will help. Like, but at least it will help. Like, I'm coming every day, going through now the other. What else can I go through? So I was going through another thing that I would share. Maybe it will help you. Maybe it wouldn't. If it's not in your script, it won't, according to Pradeep ji. But we keep trying, right? So let's try to be good, whatever, um, and yet not to be able to be good. So let's try. Some even non-religious people have become good, and that's another thing also. So where was I? Now, what was I doing on what? Making life difficult for me, so that every side make with Allah another God. So hasn't Allah made another deity with him? This is what I was trying to show you in this way now, coming this way. Make with Allah another God. Now Allah says in Surah 15 at 96, who make with Allah another deity. But they are going to know, right? So let's see in what ways Allah has used angels. Okay, not his creation, but like he's been in. There's an ayat, I can't find it. I haven't been able to find it yesterday again. Um, is what I found is Allah is a God in the earth and in the sky, a God. Now, what they say about this ayat, there are different translations, right? So there could, so that ayat tells us that there are two gods. For some of us, if we interpret the ayat, it's open to interpretation. This ayat could tell us that there are two gods, and there another the Muslims so say that this ayat doesn't mean there are two gods, but that Allah is saying He's a God. So you could say Allah could have put it this way, and remember I did all that. Now coming taking Surah 15, Hijr ayat 96, who make with Allah another deity, and to show you here also that in this way how Allah has been unfair, unjust to them, putting it this way, right? Indeed, your Lord, He is the knowing creator. Making with Allah another deity. Why shouldn't they? Right? When there is power given to Surah Takwir ayat, yes, He's not the creator, that Rasul Kareem, but He has power. He's owner of power with the owner of the throne secure. And remember what Allah said about gods being if there were other gods, they would try to compete or something to reach the God of the throne, not the throne of Allah, but the God, but the Allah of the throne, the Lord of the throne. And then there'll be too much chaos in the cosmic world or whatever, however you may take it. So that's wrong. But then in Surah Takwir, ayat 20, we have this honor, Rasul Kareem, honor of the throne secure with the Lord of the throne. Secure. See how, so who make with Allah another deity? But they are going to know. It doesn't have to be a creator only. You see, I can take Jesus's ayats, the ayats from the Quran on Jesus. He created from clay. Allah also created from clay. It was, but you would say from the very beginning, He's the original creator. Allah is the original creator. And how I want to show you that even this original creator that He has said He is, but as like the other ayats, like can they even make a fly? So of course they can make a. Jesus Christ made it also by the permission of, if Jesus Christ in the Quran, right? Can make a bird from clay by the permission of Allah, then by the permission of Allah. We could have been co creators and original creators of other cosmos, universes, by the permission of Allah. They would have, but Allah, oh, but Allah being the author, but by putting it this way, what I'm trying to say, what am I trying to say? By putting the ayats the way they are put, that's wrong. Because, see, oh, thank God I've said it properly. You understand? The way the ayats are put, that he's the supreme creator, but can they create a fly then? Or he's the original creator? We all know he's the original creator. But could we have been the original creators with Allah? God knows. And then from one spirit. So all this I'm trying to work out and how to say it and bring it to you here. And what did I mean by doing this? So you see, you may say, the Muslims may say that he's the original creator, but by the permission of Allah, we could originally create another something, can't we? By the permission of Allah. There would be no limit by the permission of Allah to create. When between those two ayats that I showed you earlier, Surah, Allah says that can they create anything of any can so on that ayat, remember I was why am I'm going making it difficult for myself. Surah 30 ayat, was it Surah 30? Can they do anything like Allah? Allah's acts, not only creation. See how Allah has put it. Whereas I think it was in Surah Rum, right? Let me see. I can't find it. Like this Google searching. Uh, very, very old live stream. Can they create a fly? That's stolen from you. How many years back? Can they do a single act like Allah can do? Jesus Christ can do it. So all this bringing to your attention again and again, right, through other ayats now, and fitting it with this. Here it is. Unable to create a fly. The picture I took, I was, so you see, the religious, oh no, sorry, healers, you're telling me to uh, go, you know, get close to nature. When I was able to, not really, but, in my house, I had a garden. I got close to these creatures, and the butterflies became my friends, but that I didn't get well. I was attacked, in Karachi. Go out in nature. I've done all that. Dragonflies smiled for me and started singing. I thought, O people, a parable is set forth. Oh, this is Surah 22, Ayat 73. Pay heed to it. Those who call upon aught other than Allah shall never be able to create even a fly. Huh? Jesus Christ created a bird from clay. Even if all of them were to come together to do that. Huh? And if the fly were to snatch away anything from them, okay, this part leave it. They would not be able to recover that, maybe even recover that from them. Fly. Powerless is the supplicant. This is how Allah is telling you not to pray to another, ask another. And powerless is he to whom he supplicates. Abu Ala Maududi's translation on Surah 22, Ayat 73. Then we see in Surah 3, Ayat 49 that, oops, that I designed. Jesus says, messenger to the children of Israel. Jesus says to the children of Israel, I designed for you from clay, like the form of a bird. Then I breathe into it, and it becomes a bird by permission of Allah. Those they call upon shall never be even able to create a fly. Surah 22 at 73. Right? Now, someone asking me long time ago that, oh, by the permission of Allah. But you see, now another point has come up in my mind. Shot. No, sorry, this bullet thing. No, no, my neck. Oh, right. Shoulder. It's gone down to the shoulder now. Okay, so again, a reminder, right? So every time I come here, now on the same topic, old one, uh, they make Allah. What? Who make equal with Allah. This make with Allah what? Another deity. But they are going to know. And calling upon Jesus Christ should not be, it's going to hear you if Allah, by Allah's permission. And they make another deity with Allah. Indeed, your Lord, He is the knowing creator. Indeed, your Lord, He is the knowing creator. So He's the knowing creator, and you are the knowing created, right? You should know the knowing creator. If you are not knowing, so He's the knowing creator, but you are also knowing. You should know, all knowing. So what I have to speak on this, Surah 15 at 98. So exalt with praise of your Lord and be of those who prostrate. Prostrate to whom? Up there, the angels are told to prostrate to Adam, and then this comes up that a group of from the jinn says, no, I cannot prostrate. Right? You made me of fire. I'm better than him. Then Allah says, get out. Out. God knows I have a slip disc or what here. So Allah said, I need to go to the hospital. You have those who prostrate. Or maybe I'll do some. Wait a minute. Be of those who prostrate. So exalt with praise of your Lord. Whom? Exalt your Lord with praises. But in Surah Fat ayat, you're exalting the Messenger of Allah if you put that ayat properly. Ouch, with Allah. So all this I have to talk about. So every day I hope I come here, not get chilled and chilling, shaken. Okay, now I have to go. Sorry. Zahra is becoming butchered, beheaded from the right side. Poor Zahra. Any questions? Anyone? Oh, better. Oh, it's gone. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Any? But look, it's a crime, huh? Oh, going back. So please make it a, uh, uh, you see, those Muslims who keep quiet, you are in this, you're worse. So I think the international law should make it a crime now. Any Muslim trying to stop, even a Christian, but we have more in this death penalties and all. For any Muslim to go and do anything in a state, Muslim state, to take action against blasphemy and you have, so I can, oh, before I do this, you're like, where's the international court? But I think UAE should come to its senses and say, it's okay for Zahra. This, we have allowed her, like my father said, you are exempted, right? She's exempted. She can say anything against Islam. And so any Muslim who will be punished. So UAE should now introduce a law against freedom of speech and on blasphemy, against blasphemy. Yeah, I'm sitting here. I don't want to call, I could call the international. Where to draw the line. So this good way of seeing the Quran ayats. And I'm appealing to the UAE, right? My fathers, my waris, and His Highness Sheikh. Please do this. And Saudi Arabia and Khuda Salamat Rakhe. MBS को भी Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. कोई मारदार नहीं हो. Freedom of speech, please introduce. Let's see which great country, UAE, Saudi Arabia, don't let them compete on this. Egypt, Turkey, Pakistan, Muslim countries. Please take action and now make it a criminal act. Then we can not to, but have to find them or like not to punish them severely. No severe punishments. Death penalty, no way. No way. What are we doing? So we are here. I hope we give life to people. Try. So the ones who this king has given good to do good. If you follow Pradeep Mukherjee, good people come together, and I hope UAE also and Saudi Arabia, also Iran, Pakistan, please introduce now criminal, like it's you will need. They would, the police would take action. They would come helpers. Police says, humanitarian help. Take you to a reformatory, rehab you. So here's a rehab, like a come out of this addiction and all the see the positive side of the Quran, and also don't forget to see the negative side of the Quran. Bias against this they have given. See how terrible it is. How can it be from God? So let it sink in. And please don't take action on blasphemy, saying that, oh, don't criticize. And this should be made an act which is undesirable, unacceptable to the world, even in Islamic countries, right? Against apostates and those who criticize Islam. their own religion. They're also studying their religion and criticizing their own religion. They're not hypocrites, doubters, evil of evil nature. Greatest evil is to, oh, so the Shias also would be, because this from Shia. Where is it? Where did I save it? Oh, where? Sorry, I forgot. Ayat uncovering evil deeds. Multilingual Quran. Surah 48 ayat 5, I think, before we saw. Facility of pardon, forgiveness, protection, and protection is not available to deserters, deviators, doubters, and hypocrites, as made clear in verse 6. The wrath of Allah will encircle the doubters. Four Shias going into their, even on their, not against Sunnis, for, I mean, not, defending themselves against Sunni extremists. You're like you're snakes going in your houses, under the cave, or moles going inside the earth. There is no greater evil because of this. There's no greater evil than to throw doubt upon Allah and His Prophet. Doubting is a disease which takes roots when there is no sakina in the heart. Oh, we must have done something wrong. Shias also not able to criticize their religion, gone. Freedom to criticize their religion, or openly, or even as in isolation, alone. What is this? This really stops you. Shias, this is not good for you. So that's why Allah will remove their ills from them, the believers' evil from them, because there's no greater evil. And moreover, what is the impact on Shias? If you read, if the Shias read Puya Ali commentary on Surah 48 at 5, you will certainly be thinking that you are the greatest evil for doubting your religion, or some ayats like, oh, Zahra said this about Surah Nurai. You may say prostitution is not allowed, but this, Allah hasn't put this properly in Surah 24, ayat 33. You can't even think now what Zahra has shown you. You can't think because your mind is on what the Shia commentary is. Greatest evil to have doubted, any doubts in your religion. Forget it. Your mind is not working. When you are fearful, you are in that, you don't have the strength. You're completely numb, no movement. Your mind doesn't think, and it's going to strike me. So, and do not compel your slave girls to prostitution. Okay, I can see that you remain chaste. They also remain chaste, but there's a contradiction. Why didn't Allah just put here, since He's brought about prostitution, say that prostitution is not allowed, even of slave girls? Fatayatakum. But no, look at how He puts it. And do not compel your slave girls. Compel your slave girls to prostitution if they desire chastity. So now can you read it or no? Now can you see, understand here, contradiction. Allah should not have put it this way, because this means that here, at least the slave girls who wish to seek, so who do not wish to be chaste, you can prostitute them. And then we see from the atheists website on Shia sex slave girls, what imams have said and all this, right? Maybe even prostitution was allowed. Maybe I'm right about this ayat of slave girls from the Shia books, how the slave girls were mistreated. And that wasn't mistreatment and raped and all. But that wasn't rape. That wasn't rape. So trying, trying to helping you see, and that all that conditioning that is strong, that you want to use someone to even my honor to dishonor me here and my weaknesses, all tactics used to prevent me from coming here and showing the truth against Islam. By Shias also, Taimur team also. That show there was Taimur team. I don't know. Peshawari, Shia, all tactics. And I'm trying that it's good that I come every day, help myself. No, it's really painful for me. It's extra pain here. But anyways, help myself also. Help you also. Try my best every day. Maybe that it might, the addiction, at least say that it's an addiction. At least tell yourself, be honest with yourself that this is the addiction of mine. It is wrong, but I can't let go of my religion. This has been my religion, but it is wrong. No, but you see, Aka Medipu, oh my God, Ali commentary, oh my God. You see how even Shias, no way to doubt. You are so scared. They used to tell me there will come a time when the Sunni extremists or whoever, Muslims, Shias will be like, that's why I took the snake example. Because in our language, the house of the snakes is they will be they'll be going in their caves or in their houses hiding like snakes go, hiding. Because the Muslims will be after the Shia Muslims. So much so that they'll be going out. Like the Jews, for the Jews, the hadith is against the Jews. Same thing for the Shias. And the Muslims will do this to them. So you've been in your cave if you've read this, hiding Shias also, how to put it. Never to cast doubt. There's no greater evil than to throw doubt upon Allah and His Prophet. And so you're doing this here against me, such Shias. Look, scared. And I found so many mistakes, so many mistakes. Not even I, but Saudi Arabia has Quran errors. But the Shias will be, oh, Saudi Arabia. It's their Quran. It's from Osman bin Affan and God knows who. Okay, they say Hafsa's Quran was this. We have our Ali's Quran. So on that also. So doing what? Even taking the best of what I thought was the best now, Ismaili Shia. And what we find is that the kitab meaning changes. The meaning of the word kitab changes, right? And so much confusion also in this. And then going from here, showing you, see, Ismailis, no matter how great your Imam is, I understand. I don't dispute that. Great organization, AKDN, I was fighting the Ismaili who objected to his imam, right, on Facebook. I kept fighting, answering his until he realized that you see, he's not Imipai wasted money when people are hungry. This is their Ismaili. Wasted money when people are hungry and dying. And we are, he's saying we're too busy building museums in office space, supporting Scotia Bank, who funds the arms of Israel that kills Muslims. Yeah, that's a great job. It's my day, and I'm fighting him. How many replies? It's like 56 now replies to him because he keeps commenting. He doesn't see. He sees only one side. Me pie, if you can see and understand this, although it's futile and near to impossible to make someone like you understand or see. So, according to Mother Teresa and some of us, this is the greatest cause of the dying and starving. The greatest disease in the West today is not TB or leprosy. It is being unwanted, unloved, and uncared for. So, what is the aim of making museums that people come together, non Muslims also? His Highness Al Khan has said, and we get to know each other and make this community, you know, thing of humanity for humanity. This is the way. Not only museum, offices are made to earn so we can give to the poor who need it. We have to be up to date with the modern world. This is our thing for earning, right? Offices. What? We're going to be outside cart, fruits, selling our stuff. They will, not Pakistan. Now you can have a nice supermarket where you can sell the fruits, not on carts. So for the living, selling the fruits for the living, making supermarkets is waste of money. Then look at the way he's come and criticized. Totally unjust. So the unloved, unwanted, uncared for. So when we meet in the museum in where he's made, His Highness Al Khan has made the museums, AKDN, get to know each other, maybe, and meet. So we don't feel, we don't go to parties. They go to museums. Go see, better to go where you meet people, talk, just not waste of money. And arms for Israel that kills, Israel is killing Muslims. Now, is Israel killing Muslims? Does Israel really want to kill? What Israel is telling us, what Mossab Hassan has told us, who not, they're not killing Muslims, right? That's the way to put it. Scotia Bank who funds the arms. They're defending 7th October. What happened? Well, Israelis are saying we're not killing Muslims. We don't want to kill them. And that we have to defend ourselves. What's happened on 7th October 6th? Oh my God. Sorry, I forgot the date. 7th October. Oh, listen to Melanie on YouTube. Our, so this is what we get from the raped hostages, Hamas terrorist attacks on October 7th, France 24, right? 7th October. the deadliest day in Israel's history. October 7th attack. Look at the way he's put it. So you can put it this way, but you see, His Highness no one is taking, they've just told their Ismaili one succinctly that uh, it's a political thing. No, no. The political thing when the war started and what. But no, he doesn't listen. Supporting Scotia Bank, who funds, he's put maybe a laughing emoji for that Ismaili who tried to explain to him. And supporting Scotia Bank? Okay, why are you supporting Scotia Bank, who funds the arms of Israel that kills Muslims? And he can't see Muslims, right? Wherever hostages, killing, on blasphemy, on this, that. But that's not the. Let's stick to this point. Supporting Scotia Bank, who funds the arms. No, but we need to first get this over. Why do His Highness Ah Khan, why would he be supporting Scotia Bank? I should have told him this. But he's not even willing to listen to this part. Wasted money on offices, making offices and museums, buildings. So you mean to say no homes should be built? Nothing. No, no, homes should be built. We're not wasting money. And if you had children and maybe you want to make a home for a child, wasting money. When people are dying, when Zahra is dying, the principal is making homes for her, let's say her sons and all this, and love lies dying. I have my family obligations. Oh, what a. And he's telling me I don't make sense. No, of course. To the senses, why should I make sense? He doesn't understand. So many replies. This was older. It's gone further than this on Facebook, on a smiley page. Oh, can't believe that what has happened to this is smiley. Okay, if your objection is reasonable, they're going to look into this matter. Definitely not be like those Muslims who and rulers who no criticism. And he's an imam of the Shia Islam, Ismaili Tariqat. But he wouldn't take the actions that the Muslims take and their rulers. So I had to speak for him. Sorry, but I felt that Ismailis have been quiet for the long. And he's also an Ismaili. Imtiaz Pirbhai. Ismaili. So this, anyways, we learn, but like, it's just so unfair, even the Ismailis being unfair like this to their Imam. Too harsh, too harsh. Some, like Immi Bai. Terrible, I tell you. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Thank you for your attention and all this. Thank you for everything. I wish you the best for your attention. Your time here is 2 hours and 40 minutes. So what I have failed to say is that maybe, keep coming on these ayahs. You may say, oh, we're finished with this. We're done. Some ex-Muslim. But let's see. So that maybe there may be those, it hasn't yet sunk into them or what. Maybe I can still keep going on the old ayats on the Quran and it would help some Muslim, some Shia. Now I find out, like recently finding out on this, right? That doubt is the greatest evil. Through the Shia side, 12 Shia side. Majale ki any Shia think after reading, after knowing this? Doubt. So your evil actions done, like you kill, like it is said, the girl will be, the infant who is buried alive will be asked for what crime done was she killed. Hmm. That's also done. But that's okay. That's deviators and all this. Where's the freedom also in Islam? But what an article. And you see, like the His Highness Al Khan and some Muslims, they see their, even the Egyptian article, Dar al Ifta, sees it very positively, but can't see the negative part of Islam. Quran ayats. They haven't even given any hadith on this, right? Not that maybe I skipped some here, some paragraphs. Okay, so this, let's see how much I can keep going. There are 1,000 subscribers, and if I'm not able to now do what I have been coming 4 times maybe a day, continuing, taking breaks and all. So even 1 time a day, if I'm not able to come every day, then. But I really appreciate you subscribing here. Let's see if what allows me on. And who has obstructed me recently is this person who came as Shole. And on my honor, and sorry, those who have been raped and all, I'm not saying I'm I can't take this. Imagine, I can't imagine those who have been raped. Okay, uh, sorry. Thank you so much for your attention and your time. I wish you all the best. Please see this and hope it trying to help every day. Maybe I'll come today again.